When it comes to your life and ministry, do you ever get discouraged? Do you find yourself wanting to give up or quit or just stop trying to be faithful to whatever it is that God's called you to do? I know I can get to those same places in my life where maybe I feel like I've been trying to advance the Mormon evangelical dialogue and build bridges, but maybe something's not working, or my dialogue partner's not as interested as I would like them to be, and I get discouraged and I just want to quit. That's when I remember a personal secret of mine not to get discouraged, and that is to count your blessings and remember all the cool things God has done in the past, and to remind myself that God is not finished with me yet. In Psalm 103 it says, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget none of his benefits." It's like the old hymn that says, count your many blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. It's in remembering what God has done in the past and how he has used you in the past that you and I can be encouraged to move forward into the present and the future, believing that God has more for us. And I need to be encouraged by this as much as anyone, because it's very easy to get discouraged when we don't think we're making the progress or having the impact we'd like to have. And again, it's in remembering God's faithfulness. Let me give you an example. In 2005, Bob Mill and I were asked to go to England to talk about our Mormon evangelical dialogue and to actually present our dialogue. And it was an incredible experience. But while we were there, one of our hosts up in Durham, England, Dr. Douglas Davies, who's a bit of a scholar on Mormonism, invited us to go see the famous New Testament scholar, Dr. N.T. Wright, or Tom Wright. And we were thrilled to be able to do this. Well, we got ready and we knew this was a prestigious opportunity. We were driven from where we were at to the castle office of the Bishop of Durham. It was amazing. It was an incredible experience to be able to be there and to see his office. We began to talk with him about some of the books on his shelves. He had original 1500 edition books of John Calvin's Institutes. He had all kinds of things in his office, paintings and whatnot that we could talk about and learn about. And we talked about the Mormon evangelical dialogue with this eminent scholar. He affirmed us, he thanked us for what we were doing. And then afterwards he said, why don't I ask my secretary to take you guys on a little tour of my castle? And we were thrilled to do so. We thought, wouldn't that be great just to have an opportunity to see his place? And we went around the castle, we went into his chapel, his private chapel. We saw these historic paintings of former bishops, because he was the Bishop of Durham at the time. And even our friend Dr. Douglas Davies said to me, "Hey Greg, let me test your Bible knowledge on this. Do you see this painting over here? Tell me what it is." And I was able to correctly tell him that it was the story of King Solomon deciding between the two women and the living baby and the dead baby, and showing his wisdom there. And he said, "Oh, by George, you got it right. You did a great job. And for that, you get an extra potato at lunch today." Well, I don't know. I don't even know if I got an extra potato, but that wasn't a big reward for me. But it was a fun memory. And the whole experience of being able to be with him and to be with Dr. Wright and to be able to travel through England, I just said, now God, why do you give me those kind of opportunities? It must be for a reason. There must be some purpose in all of this. And finding our purpose in ministry and trusting God for the future is absolutely critical. And I have more than one story to tell about all the cool things God has allowed me to do in the Evangelical Mormon Dialogue, but that's certainly one very important one. So whatever you're facing in ministry, in your relationships, as you build bridges with others that think differently than you do, as you're cultivating those conversations, it can get very discouraging. You don't think people are interested. You don't think the person that you're building a friendship with is reciprocal and wanting to engage you back. Well, continue to pray about that. Continue to trust the Lord in that. Continue to believe that He has something for you in that, because as you move forward in life and as you move forward in those relationships where you share the good news of Jesus Christ with other people, the blessing is going to come. And God says that where we plant, and as we plant, we trust in Him to be the one who takes those seeds of faith and those seeds of opportunity for the gospel to grow, and He's the one that grows them up. So we trust in Him, we look back, and we remember all the blessings He's brought into our life, and with that blessing and that remembrance, we walk forward, believing and trusting that God is going to use us, even when sometimes it doesn't feel like He's using us. But we can be encouraged because we know that He is.